Gold, spices, and silk. History's most famous trade route carried not just wealth, but also blood, betrayal, and death. Today we dive into the dark labyrinths of the Silk Road, the screams of caravans lost in the desert, spies who allegedly sold kings, and murders committed for a pinch of spice. If you're ready, the journey begins. In 200 BC, Emperor Wu of China built a bridge to the west to capture Rome's gold. But this road carried not only silk, but also unique goods such as spices from India and Rome's favorite purple dye. But why was a pinch of black pepper more valuable than a slave's life? The only cure for epidemics in Europe was turmeric from India. A bowl of cinnamon was a status symbol for the nobility. King Henry VIII of England even kept spices as royal treasure. But the price of this wealth was terrible. Only 40% of caravans reached their destination. The others either got lost in the desert or fell victim to bandits. In 1347, a Venetian ship carried plague to Europe with black pepper from China. This is the Silk Road, a labyrinth that unites cultures but also spews death. But who were the real owners of this road? The merchants who weighed the gold, or the shadow warriors sent by the kings after them? The answer is in the next act. The Silk Road was the battlefield not only for merchants, but also for the first secret services in history. Mongol spies transmitted 3,000 kilometers of news in 10 days with coded messages hidden in the mane of their horses. Byzantium's shadow envoys carried poison rings and committed suicide when they were caught. Ali Kushchu, the famous spy of the Timurid Empire, traveled around Anatolia disguised as a merchant for 2 years to steal Ottoman military plans. His reports changed the fate of the Battle of Ankara. So what happened when these spies were caught? In 1453, a Chinese spy was caught in Istanbul. First, his eyes were gouged out, then he was skinned and hung on the city gate. The rules of the spy game were brutal: win or die. The greatest secret of the Silk Road: 200 tons of gold that set sail from China in the 14th century. This treasure was equivalent to 30% of the world economy at the time. But the caravan disappeared in a sandstorm in the Gobi Desert. Was it an accident? The tablet found by historian Dr. Zhang Wei in 2016 read, "I buried the treasure in the desert, my death is near." But the chest was empty. According to some, the merchant had sold the treasure to Mongol bandits. Others say spies had a hand in it. In 2020, a team of Russian archaeologists found a frozen corpse in the Altai Mountains. The map on the corpse showed the location of 200 tons of gold, but the map destroyed in the laboratory. Was this a warning, or is there a mysterious power protecting the treasure? The Silk Road was one of humanity's greatest adventures. But remember, beneath every shimmering silk lies a story written in blood. What do you think was its deadliest secret? Spies or lost treasures? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Until we meet again in the dark corridors of history,